let's go ahead and start with the first one. Let me pull up last week's. They're not in the fantasy cast anymore, so where is it? Scoreboard, I think. Week 12. So the first one is him against you.
Mm-hmm. I just want to say on the waiver wire, I forgot a key fact in that Jameis Winston will either have like negative points, 5 interceptions, or he's going to throw for 5 touchdowns.
Oh yeah, dude. I saw him on the
So,
waivers with 30 plus, and
yeah,
I was like, damn.
I know.
Oh, you
It
picked
was.
up Mason Rudolph?
I literally was just like, I gotta throw somebody in there. But
Yeah.
my mistake was just kind of being like, well, this week doesn't matter. Like, I really was like, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna throw up anything. Not like I'm gonna win. I figured I had so many injuries. I was really down, and I didn't even think about it because I thought about it for even a few seconds. I would have seen Jameis Winston out there and remembered that even though he had like 9 points last week, he could go for 30
Yeah.
because that's just who he is.
Yeah.
Doesn't even matter what defense it is. None of it matters. He's just a guy that shows up and can ball sometimes. I mean,
He is. He really is. But anyways,
he shows why he was a number one overall pick a few years back, and he also shows why he's on his like third or fourth team now.
mhm. But anyways, let's go ahead and start. That way we have a little bit of time. We don't take so long, and we have a little bit of time to look at this week. The matchups this week are very
Let's
interesting.
go.
So the first one
Let's
is Round Rock Express against Texlari. Alrighty, homies. I'm starting with my matchup against the Round Rock Express. I feel like this is going to be the last stop for the Express before it takes off non-stop all the way to Fantasy Football 2026.
I
I
may never lose a game for the next year and a
shut up. I know Alex's season didn't go as expected, but I know for sure he already has a strategy in place for next season, where he might
He's
try,
right.
where he might try to get a first pick and use good keepers. As for me, I still have some hope that I can make the playoffs. I know this season was a little bit complicated because of my running back curse and my Monday night nightmares, but I might still be able to pull through. For this matchup, I see myself winning, maybe not by a lot, but hopefully just enough to secure the dub. I have a major feeling that St. Brown would have a big game against the Giants. I don't know if Bucky Irving is going to come back this week, but if he does, he might share touches with either White or Tucker, who has the hot hand against a tough Rams defense. Overall, I feel I have a good chance of taking the win. The only way I see myself losing is if Ferguson and Rice have huge games this weekend. Winner, Texlare, Boom, St. Brown, Rice, Ferguson, Bust, White, and Kyron. He was
You
right on
kind
the
of called it.
he was right on the busts.
Yeah,
Both running backs did
he
really
really
bad.
was. He really was. And Kyron Williams, a bust against Tampa, that was, super, super. I give him props for that one because Tampa hasn't been the toughest against the run, and Williams tends to always have. I think he has more touchdowns than games played.
Yeah.
So I expected big things from him. So some things went right for me. DJ Moore getting 2 touchdowns when that's what killed me really. I
Uh
mean, the
huh.
guy had I don't he had 1 touchdown all season. He had 2 against me. So
Oh yeah.
that
And
that just
that killed me in LXG. I think I benched him because he'd been doing
oh
really bad.
yeah, he wasn't really like startable necessarily. But overall, I didn't like my chances. Like I said, had I just started Winston in like multiple leagues, I would have won.
Yeah.
Um, but that's just one that hey, when you start 0-3, you need to make every single play count. Unfortunately, I didn't make the play I needed to make.
Uh
So
huh.
hey, that's just how it is.
And you
Some
barely
days
lost
you're gonna.
too. You barely lost as well. So
I know that's the heartbreaking part.
BTJ zero.
I couldn't. I literally could not pick up anybody
Yeah.
aside from the quarterback spot.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, yeah, I was like, you know what? I can't. I can't. I can't even drop my kicker because that'll just make somebody else that much stronger. He's like the number one kicker, number two now maybe.
Yeah, and he also said that St. Brown was gonna have a big game,
Hmm.
which he did,
And he sure did.
which also helped
He
them. If St. Brown goes just if St. Brown gets like his projected score only, you win, which
Yeah,
is still 20 points.
yeah, that would have been a really good day for him. But hey, that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. He happened to have the best game of the season both times. I think were against me, maybe. I might be mistaken. I feel like it was,
Not sure.
honestly. I feel like it was. Actually, I think against Baltimore is the one I played him. I think it was like week 3. He
Mm.
caught so Willie got away from me twice this year by like a touchdown.
Mm.
So that's but yeah, like I said, Winston was out there. Had I been a little more clever, you always roll the dice on upside, I feel. And I just didn't do that this week. So that's
Mm.
on me.
That one. Match 2.
But
Fancy Ravens against Emma.
you have to double his score. But yeah, sorry, I jumped the gun. Let's go with the projection.
Okay, this matchup right here is going to be interesting. On one side, we have Fancy Ravens with a team that was hurt by injuries on key players such as Laporta and Scadapu, but he still has Bijan as a big weapon. On the other side, we have Emma's team, which, in my opinion, is very well balanced. And even if Josh Jacobs and Drake London don't play, he still has good bench players that I'm pretty sure he will use to take the win. Emma's team just looks too complete. My winner, Emma. Too solid. Boom, Robinson, Warren, Wilson, and Williams. Bust, Fant, Wandell, Cocker. No, Wandell went for 30 points, bro. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's that Winston magic.
Yeah, for sure.
Makes you wonder, right? How did Wilson beat him out?
You think Emma is a good candidate for taking it all?
I like that Willie Marks gets a lot of carries. He's definitely a guy that he paid zero collateral on, right? He literally paid nothing for him. I think he got him off waivers, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken.
We can check. Let's see.
Let's check. He drafted him actually. Divine
180.
Interception drafted him at the 180th.
Oh.
So
Oh, that he get traded for him.
he traded for him about a month ago,
Yeah.
2 months ago.
2 months
So
ago.
you know what? Good on Emma. Wait,
Well,
am I crazy or did Emma finally comment on the chat?
He did. He did.
No, wait, that was
a
the
couple
other
days.
guy, right?
No, but he
I'm
did a
telling you,
couple days ago.
I'm telling you, some of these guys only show up when they're winning. Not me. I'm still kicking and screaming at 3 wins.
Dude, and then not only that, but Emma just traded Woody Marks away today.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So he will
Right.
not have him anymore, but he's adding Matthew Stafford for next week.
Yeah.
And actually, Andy's already in the chat saying early prediction for next week: Chomps loses against Emma with Stafford's addition. Dude, honestly, Emma did so good last week. He put up 142 points, and he didn't even have Josh Jacobs, and he didn't even have Drake London. Mind you, he had Emmanuel Wilson, which, to be honest, he put up like maybe the same amount of points that Josh Jacobs would have put up. But regardless, I mean, he didn't have Drake London, and Drake London has been balling. I don't know how he's gonna do with Kirk Cousins, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be that bad.
No, it's not. And Caleb Williams, he's been kind of hit or miss. But you look at his schedule: Philly, Green Bay, Cleveland, Green Bay, San Francisco. Yeah, it gets pretty tough. So
Yeah.
I mean, they're all right. Some of them, I think Philly's kind of weak, but overall, yeah, you know, if you could get a better matchup, by all means, something makes you feel a little more comfortable because you really, especially for this championship push, you want to feel like your guys are more boom capable than bust. If they bust, you'd be like, well, you know, couldn't do anything. Bad defense, and they still couldn't produce. But yeah, no, it's a good team all around. I like that he has Metcalf as a flex. I think that's just shows how well he was doing. JMO though was a 0. I know. I think earlier, week 1 or 2, we had somebody ask, "Oh, should I trade JMO for Drake May?"
Oh yeah.
And
I
we
hope
said,
they
no,
did.
Depends. Yeah. In retrospect, You hope they do, but again, it all just depends on what your roster looks like because even though he had a zero, he had 19, 23, and 16. I consider him like a super flex player.
Uh huh.
Like he's a really, really high caliber flex guy, but not somebody I want to rely on as my wide receiver two most of the year.
Yeah. But anyways, he got this one right as well. Let's go ahead and go to the
Blew this
next
guy
one.
out literally almost by like 2 times the points.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I believe, yeah.
That's hurtful. That's hurtful.
The next one is William, Mr. ESPN against Alexander's awesome team. Dude, Alexander's luck. Oh my gosh, bro. It's the saddest thing I think I've ever seen in the whole in the history of the whole league. Honestly, like
Yep.
I even looked at his schedule like the past couple of weeks, and oh my gosh, bro. But let me read the projection first. So at this point, I'm surprised that Mr. ESPN hasn't been posting Burrow recovery updates every 5 minutes. His most recent acquisition, Yosivais, tells me that he might even consider starting Burrow if available over Jones. I know that earlier in the chat, William was trying to get coached about making that decision. I know this is going to be a close matchup, and everything will be decided until Monday night, where McCaffrey or Kittle performance could decide the winner of this matchup. I'm going to go with Alexander on this one to keep him in the playoff race to make things interesting. My winner, Alexander, for the playoff drama. Boom, McCaffrey, McBride, May, Jones, Higgins, and Williams. Bus, Romeo Dobbs, Kirk, and Io Manor.
So 1 and 2.
Yeah, so he got this one wrong, obviously. Obviously, Joe Burrow didn't play last week, but he is gonna play tomorrow. And William
Oh, sorry,
is
2 and 1. 2 and 1.
William.
It's 2 and 1.
Yeah, and William's gonna be in that predicament again. And who's he gonna start? Regardless, just very unlucky. Very unlucky. He lost by 10 points. He had 2 points by Stevenson, 2 points by Jerry Judy, 3 points by Keyshawn Booty.
Booty half the time.
So yeah, the Seahawks defense had 6 points against Tennessee in a game you think they're gonna get like 2 interceptions or a pick six.
Playing at home helps or something.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, but he got 18 from a kicker.
He did.
And he still didn't win. Wow.
He did. Obviously, I mean, William got almost double digits from everybody. Except from, if you really think about it, you can't expect double digits from your kicker and your defense. You just can't. So those are out. But the rest of his team, which is another eight positions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those 8 positions, 7 got double digits. Only 1 had 8.7 points. So
probably because of injury too. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh wait, oh my bad. Hold on, I'm stupid. I'm looking at the projections. But anyways, it's still the case. The Browns defense got 17 points. That's actually what won them the game against Vegas. Against Vegas. Oh my gosh, dude, they're just a mess. At this point, Geno Smith has just been like messing even with the fans. Like he just doesn't care anymore. It's just a mess there.
It really is, and they had 10 sacks, by the way.
Yeah.
That whole team has just collapsed. They fired their offensive coordinator. So, sheesh, that is a mess.
Anyways, if we look at Alexander's schedule, he has 4 L's in a row. And the 4 L's, he has lost by 10 points or less. All of them. 119 to 129. Last week, he lost by 4, 125 to 121. The week before that, he lost by 2 decimals, 154.8 to
20 yards, right?
To
no,
one.
Even, no, not
yeah.
even 20 yards, right?
Yeah,
was,
by 2 decimals.
2 yards. Was it like 2 yards or something?
Or maybe 2 yards. I'm not sure. 154.8
I think it's 2 yards because he had 10 points as 10 yards as a point, so he lost literally by like 2 yards.
To 154.6, and the week before that he lost by by 10, by 9, 112 to 121. So it's just tough, man. It's tough to be in his shoes right now. He did have a really good stretch, three wins, and then it just went downhill, bro. Like, I even want to check. Like, look, when he lost to Juan, Juan put up 121 points when he lost to him. Let me see. No, okay, no. Juan has been consistent. 121, 121, 132, 115. Okay, he's been consistent, so I guess.
Yeah.
But let's see. Emma. I think Emma is another one that has been consistent. Emma put up 154 when he played
He's
him.
had a tough schedule.
Yeah,
He's
149,
had a tough schedule.
154.
The guys that they just had more consistency than him. You know, he's been pretty good. He's been pretty good most of the season, having over 100 points.
Yeah.
I think he's only been sub 100 like once.
Yeah.
So he's had himself a pretty good season. But yeah, looking at the scoreboard and everything, you see that he has had the toughest schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I think second only to me. With everything, right?
Of course, of course.
Yeah, no, I almost 100 more points allowed. So yeah, it's been rough for me, man. It's been that kind of season, and then with all the injuries on top of it, don't get me started, man. But we're trying to talk about me. I'm not trying to put.
Not yet. Anyways, pues he got this one wrong by 10 points. The next one is I Am Inevitable, Raul, aka Smiley, person Madison Beer is her Rogelio. Roger is going to have a walk in the park with this matchup. Mr. Cruz is already eliminated and the motivation is not there anymore. Plus, bye-week hell is not helping his cause. You can breathe, Primo. You are going to take this one. Gibbs by himself, excuse me. Gibbs by himself is going to give you the W. Mr. Cruz, I send you an inevitable trade for CeeDee Lamb. My winner, Roger. Boom, Gibbs, Adams, Jackson, CeeDee, Bust, Mason, Tillman, and Genty. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs and JSN, I think, almost win Roger the game by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest,
that is close to 100 points. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So in reality, I mean, Roger finally got a win, high score week. I know he's been closed for like 2-3 weeks already. So he finally got that 177.
Roger's having himself a really good year, I think, even though he's 6-6, and pretty much both leagues I'm in with him, I think he's 6-6. Mm-hmm. But his team has been really, really good, I think.
Yeah.
He has JSN and both the leagues that I'm in with him, so that helps.
Yeah, JSN has been really good. And then here he has Gibbs. He went Gibbs over Bijan, you know, and that was a bossy move that ended up working out for him. Honestly, obviously the rest of his guys are hit or miss, most of them. So obviously this week he had Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen on bye, which have been pretty consistent for him as well. Not as of lately, but I know they started up really hot. Yeah. He also gets O'Marion Hampton back this week. I don't know how good he's gonna be coming back, but you're hopeful that if Roger makes playoffs, he'll have a really, really good team.
Yep. And that home run hit in Jackson Smith in Jigba, really good. And Gibbs, I mean, I love Gibbs. I had Gibbs his rookie year in another league, I think. And this guy's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. You know, I never really considered him just because I know that in the past years the Lions have always been very two running back heavy. Yeah. So, but this year you can tell there's a gap. So, Jahmyr Gibbs
gap.
Yeah, and it shows. And it shows. But anyways, he was right. The W was very easy, and he got another one right. Let's go ahead and go to the next one.
The only thing he missed was that CeeDee would boom.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing.
And CD, honestly, the volume is there. He's just dude. He had 11 targets, 4 receptions. That is under 50%. It's bad.
Yeah,
And
you're
even
blurry, by the way.
and even with 4 receptions, he still had double digits. Because he had 75
He's good.
yards.
Yeah, he's
So
a playmaker.
if he catches at least another four,
I
you
think he
know,
dropped a touchdown too, didn't he?
I'm not sure. I don't watch the
I
Cowboy
believe.
games.
Shut up. He dropped one. He
Oh.
dropped one in the end zone. I think that would have given
Uh,
him the win.
I can tell you, Ricky Pearsall
Oof,
dropped. Well, he didn't drop it actually.
he dropped a bomb.
He underthrew. Purdy underthrew him, and they intercepted him in the end zone. Pero pues ni modo.
Intended for Pearson.
Yeah.
I know.
Anyways, we'll get there. We'll get there. The next matchup is Juan against Divine Interception. This matchup is giving me nightmares. It's giving me nightmares, honestly. The combination of games make this matchup very hard to determine who the winner will be. Juan Chapa has 3 Bills players and 2 Titan players versus Eddie, 2 Texans players and 2 Seahawk players. This matchup will come down to these 2 games, in my opinion. I think Eddie will take this one as I see the Seahawks and Texans performing well this week. Wow. Short, but spot on. The Texans did perform absolutely perfect this week. They kept Allen at 8.12 points, which is less than half of his projection.
Maybe an average too.
Yeah. And he not only lost the game to Juan, but affected me as well. If Juan wins, I'm still comfortably in first place with 2 weeks left. But unfortunately, he loses. Eddie ties the division and he takes the first place with the tiebreaker. And now I'm only 1 game behind. I'm only 1 game ahead of the 4 teams on the hunt. So yeah, that definitely put me in a rough patch. Rough situation. A lot of things went wrong, honestly. A lot of things went wrong. In this one, Josh Allen, like we already said, has 8 points against the Texans, which I guess are an elite defense. But
yeah, they are. They're one of the best. I think the only reason the Broncos are better than them is just on the sack numbers alone. But Josh Allen, right? The last week he had 42. So typically when a guy goes for 40 points, you expect a crash down earth. They're tired mentally and physically. And he's not the first one. Usually you'll see a guy boom for a big amount of points and then just drop a dud the next one. It happens.
Yeah, and then the funny thing about it is there's a lot of funny things about this actually, but I think one of the funniest is the fact that Juan has Cam Ward in the bench with 23.9 points, which is probably the best score he's had all season. And yep, it is.
Sir, it might be more points than he had all of September.
Probably.
It was actually. Just kidding. By like 2 points.
Dude, yeah. It's funny, but yeah.
It was a garbage time.
Regardless,
one thing I'll say is, why do you have Ward on your bench? I don't understand that.
He even has Aaron Rodgers as well. I don't know if Ward is a keeper. Maybe he's a keeper.
He is. I think.
He is a keeper by five picks. He was drafted
this is one of
166.
By 5. 166. Oh, can you guess where Dart was taken?
Yeah, 164.
Yes, sir.
Whatever.
Yes, sir.
Whatever. I don't care. Regardless.
I do.
Of course you do. What was he gonna say?
It was 174 actually.
Also, for a moment on Monday, I was praying because the Rams had 20 points. They just needed 2 more points, an interception, 2 more sacks, for them to actually win the game for Juan, which is crazy. But
and that would have helped save you a little bit, huh?
Yeah, a little bit at least.
I mean, you could look at it and just say like how he happened to lose it. Josh Allen throws one less pick, he wins,
Mm-hmm.
right? Romo
Yeah.
Dunze, maybe he shows up. The guy hasn't shown up in like a month or something, right?
Yeah, and honestly, this wasn't that bad because I'm going into Monday thinking, you know what, I have a good chance to win Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just hope it happens, and then I lose as well by a very small margin, which sucks. You know, both of these games
Yeah.
that affected me, one of them obviously directly, and this one almost directly
Indirectly.
because these guys are in my division. It also ends up being by less than 3 points. You can't make it up. Right now, when we get to our matchup, Andy's in the chat saying they called me crazy when they traded Rome, Allen, and Judkins. It paid off. It paid off to Juan, not to you.
We'll have to look over your team again, Andy.
Yeah, honestly, I think if Andy doesn't make that Allen trade, I think he's in the playoffs right now. But oh well.
He might. I liked his team. I
Yeah,
thought
me
it was
too.
a sound strategy. He had good receivers, and he was just waiting on the rookies. And I thought that was a sound strategy. It's kind of the reverse of what he did last year. He went rookie heavy for wide receiver, and it ended up biting him. But hey,
But anyways, the next matchup is Shinobi against Luis Zavala. Shinobi is riding a crazy hot streak, 8-3, while Zavala is fighting for a playoff spot, 6-5. I think Shinobi's trio with Mayfield, Puka, and Allen are very dangerous to opponents. Then you add the Browns, Pickens, Kelsey, and Henry into the mix, and makes this team a championship contender. On the other hand, Zavala's team, you have a more humble team that lacks protagonist players, but that does not mean that the job cannot be done. Hence the 6-5 record. If Zavala wants to beat Shinobi, the running backs and the quarterback need to have explosive games. I would like Zavala to take the win, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to go with Shinobi on this one. His team is just stronger. My winner, Shinobi. Boom. The Bucks trio, Henry, Pickens, Kelsey, Rico, and Goff. Bust, Jones, and Mechie? I don't know who that is. Oh, they didn't even start him. And he actually boomed. He had 18.5 points. John Mechie the third, the Jets wide receiver. Anyways, that wasn't gonna help Zavala regardless. The Bucks had a really bad game, and
yeah, the Rams are for real.
And Shinobi still had 135 points, which is really good. But I mean, Derrick Henry
for teams.
He had 3 players at over 20, which is Henry, AJ Brown, and George Pickens. His kicker had 12 points. But yeah,
not that he needed, but yeah.
And then obviously Zavala had probably the worst week of his season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players under 10 points. The defense at -3. Everyone else, nobody over. Well, Jared Goff over 15, but everyone else under 15, under 10, and even negative. So that doesn't help. He started Jared Goff against the Giants, which I don't blame him for, but the Giants have a really good defense, and I would have definitely started Jalen Hurts.
Stop.
The Giants have a really good defense, bro. They do.
They do?
Right.
Okay.
They have a good defense, but the offense just can't give them time off the field. They can't, and they get tired eventually. But anyways,
Winston had like 5 touchdowns or something, man. Like he was putting in work. Don't give me that. The Giants are not a good defense.
They are a good defense.
But Jalen Hurts against the Cowboys is a better matchup.
Exactly. That's where I was going. Jalen Hurts against the Cowboys. 30.86 points. I think he had like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. It ain't that tough, Brett, man. You see the Cowboys against your fantasy player, you start that player. I don't care who it is.
Yeah. Regardless,
gotta roll that dice.
Even if he starts, let's see, even if he starts Jalen Hurts over Goff, even if he starts Mechie over his worst performance at wide receiver, and
he still loses by like 10,
I think he still loses regardless. So
Well, let's see. Just placing doing Hertz, that's plus 13, so he's at 94. And then Michi is 18. Let's say he replaces who at flex
Jefferson,
then?
yeah, two, so
Yeah.
16.
So that's 16. So that's yeah, about 110. Am I
And then
mistaken?
the kicker, another 8 points. Yeah, no, like 120. Let's say 120, he still loses.
I'm sorry. Does he have two kickers? Come on, man. Just be for real.
and
Be
one of
for
his
real.
and one of his kickers is a keeper, Jake Elliott.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
No coaching.
yeah.
No
Anyways,
coaching.
let's go ahead and go to I guess what everyone's waiting for, the matchup of the week.
The whole reason Andy's here.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Two Time will not average chomps, Mr. Two Time. Mr. Two Time will now be Mr. Two Times getting beat by Chompa. Oh my gosh, I had not read the predictions. Willie, thank you for jinxing me. This is the whole reason why I lost. William and I have this thing that we are the saltiest motherfuckers in the planet. He's definitely the reason why and honestly, Willie and I know this week, not just in fantasy, but just stuff in him, things that me and him do. I've been have very very bad luck, and now I found the root of the cause of my whole week being shitty. It's this motherfucker's fault. Mr. Two Time will not be Mr. Two Times getting beat by Chompa. Oh my gosh, I had not read that. He's the reason why this happened. He's the reason why this happened.
All the salt.
This is a must-win for Chompa. Lock up that sweet playoff spot. As for Andres, he is mathematically eliminated. His season is over. Leaving a vacant running back spot is a literal surrender note. Chompa has the motivation, and he's facing an opponent who is checked out. All he needs is a solid performance. I think Chompa takes this one easily. My winner, Chompa. Boom.
I mean,
Barkley, Lamar, Montgomery, Jefferson, Bust, Chuba, and Pitts. Dude, all the players he picked to boom, they all busted. All of them. All of them. And 3 of them are in my team. Barkley, Lamar, and Montgomery.
mm-hmm.
It's crazy work. It's crazy work. Now I know who I'm going to blame for this. Oh my gosh, bro.
Don't blame the matchups, right?
No. He could have just said.
Blame the matchup.
He could have just said, "Oh, I got Trump on this one." No, he had to say, "Mr. Two Time will now be Mr. Two Times getting beat by Chompa." No, he had to freaking say that.
He had to put it in
Oh my
there.
gosh, bro.
Can't miss it. Look,
No.
You and I both talked about Lamar Jackson and how if there's anything wrong with one of his wheels, it's gonna be a complete self-destruction.
Yeah.
Do you remember having that conversation?
Yeah, I
I
remember.
remember.
Look,
I like it, but, and yeah, he tweaked an ankle, and suddenly he looks human.
well, all I know is that tomorrow he's gonna go for 25 plus because I traded him today.
Yeah, Cincinnati.
I traded him today, and hopefully he doesn't bite me in the ass. But I had to do it. I just feel like most of my roster just does not have enough support, and I've had really bad luck. I have Garrett Wilson on IR. Chris Godwin is barely coming back. I also had Deebo Samuel on bye. I think if Deebo Samuel plays, I think I got a decent shot. Isaiah Pacheco has had a really bad year. He, I don't know what happened to him.
He broke his leg.
But I mean, still,
Well, you got to remember, he's a 7th round pick. Guys are 7th and 6th round picks for a reason. As good as he looked, you got to remember that the thing about the Kansas City Chiefs is every running back there will look good because, one, Patrick Mahomes scares the shit out of every defense, and they're going to focus on stopping the pass first. 2, Andy Reid is very good at utilizing his running backs. Look at everything he did in the Eagles in the 2000s with Brian Westbrook. Just any running back he has usually been like a stud because he
Uh-huh.
just knows how to get them to work.
Mm-hmm.
So Kansas City running back always has a lot of high value. It doesn't matter who the hell it is. Unfortunately, looks like that injuries have been bugging him a lot. I mean, one, he was kind of coming back from that leg injury, and then he tweaked his knee.
His
So
knee.
yeah, so he's
Yeah.
just has not been 100% all season. It's just what it is.
Yeah. And anyways, I lose by less than a decimal.
By two
By
yards,
a
I think.
decimal. I lose by a decimal, and Saquon has his first fumble of the season. Uh,
Lamar Jackson, what? No
Lamar
touchdowns.
Jackson, nothing at all.
No touchdowns for maybe the
Uh,
first time in a couple of years, probably.
yeah.
Since last week, actually. But
If I start, let's see. The only way I win is if I switch Ricky Pearsall to the flex for Greg Dortch, and then I don't start Pearsall and I start Brock Wright, or if I start Ricky Pearsall for if I start Chris Godwin over Ricky Pearsall, we actually tie. There has never been a tie ever in this fantasy league.
mm-hmm.
If I would have done that, it would have been the first tie ever.
Nice.
Which I would have
I would have
taken.
been here for that.
Which I would have taken instead of an L, to be honest. But
Yeah, half a game up is still something.
but anyways, um, unlucky. Andy's asking Alex, did Chomps hit the self-destroy red button getting Jordan Love?
Ooh, wait, getting Jordan Love? When did he get
Uh,
Jordan Love?
I traded Lamar Jackson
Oh, you
today.
traded.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely self-destruction. I haven't even seen that one. Let me double check everything.
Yeah, check the whole thing. Check the whole trade.
Average Jordan Love, Jacoby Myers, Dallas Goddard for Lamar Jackson and Parker Washington. I mean, Jackson's the whole thing, right? Jordan Love, who I had high hopes for this year. Honestly, he was probably somebody I was looking to target in like round 10. And he's flashed, but it's been pretty disappointing overall. I I really think Lamar Jackson had a tough, rough 2 weeks, but he's going to get healthy at some point. I don't know if he can part with Lamar Jackson for Dallas Goddard and Jacoby Myers, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all in on Jacoby Myers to have a really good end of the season, and on Jordan Love. I know he has tough matchups to end it, but if he really is him, I think the harder the matchup, the better the fantasy score he'll have.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully it
I mean,
works
you
out
got
for
three
me.
players, but you're already playing a tight end, right? And Jacoby Myers at wide receiver flex, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I have Pacheco coming back. I have Debo Samuel coming back from the bye. I just wanted a little bit of dead because I don't have Garrett Wilson anymore.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, I know Lamar Jackson's going to go for 25 plus, like I already said, tomorrow.
Oh, no, yeah.
But
Definitely is.
that is just the luck. I mean, if I would have kept them, he wouldn't have. So it's fine, you know?
Yeah.
I just gotta hope that the guys I got really, really go out and close out the season strong, and that's all I can hope for now.
Maybe, but
I
Brian
was,
Thomas Jr. is coming back, so it's gonna probably put Myers either. It's gonna open things up for Myers, or it's gonna put him a little
yeah,
lower on the pecking order. One
yeah,
or the other.
we will see. Although I do like Myers more than Brian Thomas Jr. I'm not gonna lie.
For Trevor Lawrence, definitely, I think.
Anyways, let's go to the last projection, which is Peso Completo, Freddy. This was the matchup of the week in
Oh
reality.
wait, time out. To answer Andy's question, yes, Trumpa hit the self-destruct button because
Uh,
those guys are not gonna be the guys that win you a match. They're just bodies. Lamar Jackson will win you a match.
whatever.
That's how I see it. That's how I see it.
Anyways, Peso Completo, Freddy versus Jacking Goff. Ben, let me first say 8-3 is impressive. But that record is about to get a reality check this week. Ben has the fantasy MVP, Jonathan Taylor, which is great, but he's facing the Chiefs, and the Colts are likely playing from behind, which means more passing. Freddie is rolling into this matchup with a solid team. His running back duo of Cook playing on Thursday Night Football. Let's hope he gets that early production. And Warren is solid. But where he really blows Ben out of the water is at the pass catcher spots. McMillan is a stud, and Bowers is a reliable tight end. The star of his team is clearly Puka Nakua in the flex. Dude is a monster who eats targets like Cheetos. I'm gonna go with peso completo for this matchup. The difference between Mahomes and Flacco is going to be the difference between a W and an L. My winner, peso completo. The weight is too much to bear. Boom, Patrick Mahomes. Puka Nakua, bust Joe Flacco, Alec Pierce. Mahomes, Taylor game script won't favor him. Spot on. Alex Pierce had 3.6. Joe Flacco, they didn't even start him, I think. Well, it's not even on his team anymore.
I think he was hurt.
Yeah. And then Patrick Mahomes almost boomed. Almost.
Yeah, 17. 16 is what I expect from a quarterback, honestly.
Yeah. But anyways, obviously, Ben had a really bad week because it was technically his bye week. Cortland Sutton, Bo Nix, Chris Rodriguez Jr., even Gatson, Chase on suspension. It was just crazy for her. Literally, he could not drop anybody unless like he wanted to keep him, right. But
could have dropped Sutton.
Maybe Sutton, but I don't know.
He could have dropped Ayuk. I don't even know why you were.
He's in IR. That's why it doesn't matter.
Never mind.
Maybe the only one is maybe Rodriguez Jr., but I don't know. Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, you definitely like the guys on his bench more than you would anybody on the waiver wire, I think.
Yeah. And anyways, well, with this one being correct, Willie actually goes 6-2 and ties the highest this season, which is you and I think Shinobi. Yeah, so 6-2 for Willie. Let's see how it ends. Let's look ahead. It's 6-2 for Willie. Thank you, Willie, for doing the projections. Now let's go ahead and look ahead and see for a little bit. See how everything's looking for this week. Obviously, first overall is Louis at 9-3. Then second is Freddie at 8-4. Then third is William at 7-5. Fourth is Eddie at 7-5. Those are the leaders of the divisions. And then we have Ben, who is the best second place at 8-4. And then Alfie and myself, 6-7 at 7-5. And then Roger at 6-6, who has the tiebreaker on the other three teams that are 6-6 and currently on the hunt. Joined by Juan at 5-7, currently on the hunt. Alexander, Andres, Smiley, and yourself are eliminated. But yeah, I mean, this week is definitely gonna be a win or go home for a lot of us. I myself are 7-5, one game ahead in 7th place overall, one game ahead. Everyone on the hunt basically, who are 6-6. I face Emma this week, who is 6-6 and on the hunt. Emma's hoping for everybody 6-6 to lose, as well as myself. Obviously, because he would win if I lose, but
and leapfrog you.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't looked at if he does beat me, where I would end up. I don't know if I would have the tiebreaker on everyone else under me. Probably not. But at this point, I would want everyone that I do have the tiebreaker over to win on 6-6, so that they tie me at 7-6. I'm above them. But I guess I'll check that out later. But yeah, anyways, Emma and myself, that's a matchup to look at. The other matchup to look at is Roger and Texlari, Willie.
That's basically an elimination.
That's an elimination game. Yeah, at 6-6, Roger in 8th place, and Willie is the next man up on the hunt, who's got the tiebreaker on everyone else on the hunt. If he beats Roger, he will go basically one game above him already, and he would have the tiebreaker over him. So even if he lost next week and Roger won, he would not make it because Willie would still be 8th on the tiebreaker. So this is a win or go home for both of them. Um, yeah, I mean, this matchup looks tough, honestly. Obviously, for Willie, Roger,
Yeah.
he's getting Omarion Hampton back. He's getting Herbert back, Keenan Allen back from bye. I personally, I know we've talked about this earlier in the season. I personally did not like that he has 3 Chargers, but in this situation, he's got 3 Chargers playing against the Las Vegas Raiders. So
Yes.
uh, that is a plus. And then he's got Gibbs playing tomorrow, which he should really feast, to be honest, against the Packers. He's got JSN against Minnesota, which is also a really good matchup. Davante Adams against Carolina, really good matchup. The Falcons defense against the Jets. He's got all the matchups. So honestly, it's looking really rough for Willie. Willie's getting Lamar Jackson tomorrow. So
yeah, that might help.
that
could be
might
an
help.
factor.
That might help,
Let's-
and
Let's
we
also look forward the Thanksgiving game, right? Gibbs
Yeah.
just had almost 60 points, and what did I just say about Allen? He boomed, and they tend to go down hard the next week. So Gibbs, 60 points. He may not be ready. He may not be able to produce 20 plus points the following week. This might be the time Willie gets a little lucky.
yeah.
He gives his held under 12 points.
Trust me, I hope Lamar Jackson goes for 30 tomorrow, dude.
It's gonna be good. Gonna be interesting. And Burrow's playing, right?
Burrow is playing. Yep.
Oh lordy. Williams winning, guys.
Uh,
He's winning it all. Andy, I'm sorry, but those 2 championships are gonna be worth like less.
I don't know.
Slightly
Yeah.
less.
Andy's saying that Gibbs against the Packers defensive front. I don't know. Micah might rain on his parade. Yeah, I mean, they're also playing. They're playing in Detroit though, which is tough. And on
They're playing in
Thanksgiving,
Green Bay, aren't they? Oh no, yeah, they're playing in Detroit.
yeah. So we will see tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a really good day. It is gonna be Thanksgiving tomorrow. For those of you that don't know, if you're tuning in from Kuwait or Kuwait. or however you wanna say it, tomorrow is Thanksgiving over here. I hope you have a really good time over there. But we are gonna try to have a good time over here, watching football and stuffing ourselves all day.
I'm sure Ben will have some stuffing.
Or you'll get stuffed. Anyways, another notable matchup here, I think I said was, let's see.
We talked about Shinobi, and speaking of Ben.
Oh, Shinobi and Ben.
Strauss.
Shinobi
Yes.
and Ben is
First
also.
place is on the line, right?
I don't know. It might be.
I believe so. It's 9 and one of them's 9 and 3. I think Shinobi's
yeah.
team 1.
Let's see. Hold on. Shinobi schedule. Well, yeah. I mean, if Ben wins, all right. If Ben wins, he'll have he'll go to first place temporarily. Because of the tiebreaker of beating Louis, he'll tie him, but he will. If he ties him, that means he beats him. So he'll have the tiebreaker. He'll go to first place. If Louis wins, then that's it. Nobody can take first place for him. But if Ben wins, Louis can still take first place if Ben loses the last week and Louis wins. So we will see. That one's gonna be interesting as well. Right now, that matchup is actually, I know the ESPN projections are never right. Sometimes they are though.
The suspect.
50%, exactly 50%. This is a true matchup of the week.
Matchup of the year, I think, with all
And-
that's at stake.
And we're gonna know a lot about this matchup tomorrow because Louis has 4 players tomorrow, 5 players tomorrow. Half of his lineup plays tomorrow. Chase
It's
Brown.
gonna make you a little nervous.
Yeah, I have never liked short weeks, to be honest. But he's got Chase Brown tomorrow. He's got Derrick Henry. He's got George Pickens. He's got Travis Kelce. And he's got Jake Bates, the Lions kicker. 5 players tomorrow. So tomorrow, we will definitely know or have an idea of who's gonna take this matchup.
And on top of all that, if it wasn't enough, here's that little extra gravy for you. They made a trade a couple weeks ago. Um, Ben received Kate Otten, Derrick Henry, and Darius Slayton, and Louis got Brees Hall.
No, backwards,
Orlando
backwards.
gets. Oh yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, yeah.
that is true. That is that. I had
Michael
forgotten
Wilson.
that. I had forgotten that actually. Yeah,
So if that, I mean, if Hall and Wilson go crazy, that would be so funny.
yeah. It will. It
But
will
yeah,
be. It will be, to be honest. But he's got Jamar Chase, who's back after suspension.
yep.
He plays Baltimore, and you know that they're gonna have to pass, so he's gonna have a lot of volume.
Um, Chase and Burrow always torch the Baltimore Ravens,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be crazy.
And another key factor here is that Louis has Chase Brown, and Ben has, as we said, Jamar Chase. Depending on how that game goes, is gonna determine who's gonna boom and bust
Yeah,
from
who
those
gets the
two.
touchdowns?
Yeah,
Who gets the touchdowns?
who
That
gets
could
the
be
volume?
big. And if all else fails, Ben has the Sunday night Bo Nix and Sutton connection against one of the worst pass defenses in the league in Washington. They're pretty much self-destructing. So I
Yeah.
like Ben's odds. I like Ben's odds, man. Anybody with Jamar Chase on their squad and Jonathan Taylor is a real nightmare.
Yeah, and this matchup is gonna be decided on Sunday actually, and there's no Monday as of now. There's no Monday, guys.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna come down to Sunday night, I think, and if they connect for a touchdown, which they haven't in how long has it been since they've had a touchdown? In the last 2 months, they've had one touchdown connection between Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton. So
And actually,
maybe
that touchdown was he had one reception, and it was that touchdown, that game.
yeah, they haven't exactly been in sync.
Yeah,
right?
they have not. They have not. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this
Franklin,
one.
baby.
I'm looking forward to this one, and yeah. Also, last thing, there's only 4 guys left alive in the Survivor Guillotine, which are Roger.
Who was it this week?
This week, Ben was eliminated.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Ben was
I really
eliminated.
thought he was gonna make it to the end. But yeah,
Yeah.
if they was gonna get eliminated,
I mean,
it was gonna be this week without Chase.
Yeah, his bye week. Yeah. So yeah, now Eddie's alive. William is alive. Rodriguez, Freddy Salinas, and Roger Hernandez. None of them play each other. So yeah, this week. So yeah, we're just gonna have to look at all those 4 matchups to see how they're doing.
I bring it to y'all, but William is winning it all this year.
Dude, if he
You
does,
heard it here first.
if he does, we're never gonna hear the end of it. We're never gonna hear it. But I'd be happy for him. I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't.
Yeah, no, he definitely has been making some good moves. I've been impressed with some of the players he's picked up. The fact that he picked up Danny Dimes off waivers when nobody wanted to touch that says either he's crazy or he saw something, right?
Yeah.
So props to William.
Or he got lucky.
This season. He's picked up some guys. I mean, I think he's picked up some really good guys off the waiver wires.
This
not
match
to be called the waiver wire king, according to Shinobi. So suck on that.
this matchup is also going to be worth the watch. Juan is also playing to stay alive. If he loses, he is eliminated. And William, he's ahead of his division.
Yeah.
He's cruising right now, but he really needs to win, because if he loses and Offie wins, then Offie takes that division, gets ahead of the division again.
And suddenly Emma, who's also
dude. Honestly, I feel like that division, the West, is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, and it's gonna be decided until next week. The final matchup.
Does himself a favor and wins, then I think he'll automatically be in the playoffs no matter what next week.
Yeah, he will.
But if he loses, he is actually at risk of being eliminated and
He is.
totally messing up my prediction.
He is, and actually, he closes against Emma. So
Oh,
he
I
better
kind of hope he
pray.
loses now. I
He
hope he loses.
oh he
Now
better
I hope he
pray.
loses. I hope Emma wins just so we got a playoff elimination next week.
Yeah, so he better. Yeah, if he loses and Emma beats me, then next week for them is win or go home.
Yep. A
Yeah.
little early, but yeah. I love it.
Well, we'll see.
Potentially. We still got to check everything out.
Yeah, but I'll tell you one
But
thing. This season has really been. This
challenging.
season has been challenging, and I feel like, look, the four players eliminated this season are the four players in fourth place in each division, and I feel like every year there's always that one division who already has two players eliminated, and this one, like, every third place still has a chance, and it speaks volumes. It speaks about, that everyone's trying, everyone's giving their best effort.
Yeah.
So
I I feel like I commented on this on like week 1 or 2. I said that, with the draft and with the first couple weeks, I was like, people have not made the same mistakes they did in the draft process. Their teams were so much more well balanced. I saw them get a lot of great value, and it made it harder for somebody like me who was always like, "Oof, can't believe this guy
mm,
dropped." Right? I always like talking some smack, but this time, guys, they went and got their guys. They took those chances, and I
yeah.
think it provided a lot of priority to the whole league.
And
So I
look,
think really proud of them.
yeah, and like I said, everyone that's eliminated right now is the fourth place of every division. But if you look at all of them, they're just been the unlucky teams. Alexander, very unlucky. You took a gamble with Rashi Rice that did not work.
Yeah.
That was very unlucky, and you've had other injuries as well. Smiley traded away Chase, which was a mistake. That was a very
Definitely.
unlucky mistake. And then Andy as well traded away Allen, and that's why they're there.
I
And
really think so. Yeah.
but yeah, I mean everyone else still alive. Obviously, this week is gonna determine more eliminations, but hopefully we get a lot of really really nice matchups next week. Hopefully hopefully we get really really nice matchups next week so that we can close out with a bang.
Yeah, I would go back to the Chase trade. He got 3 players out of it. He got Genty, which was a good move. He got
Mm-hmm.
Smith, which is hit or miss, but that's what you're doing when you're downgrading from a Chase to a Smith. The only misstep was getting Hawkinson. Had he gotten anything else out of that, I would have felt a lot better about that trade. But overall, he really didn't help himself with the trade. I think he just hurt himself because honestly, Chase can win you a game, and I don't know if Smith can do that unnecessarily. Not
Yeah,
every week, right? Chase is always a danger to win you or to lose. If you play Chase, you are always in danger of losing,
yeah,
no matter what.
yeah, for sure. Well, anyways, that'll be it for this week. We'll see. Everyone have a happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. We'll see you here next week, and hopefully I am able to win somehow.
Yep, yep. And I just want to point out that I have had the toughest schedule anybody played. Almost everybody drops like an additional 20 points against me, no matter what their average is. I have like literally, what is it?
Let's
Some
see.
people
First
1567
136, 130. What is a good number for you to be like, okay, above average?
above. I think the average score is going to be something like 112, 115. I think is average.
Okay.
When guys boom, you're dropping 160. You're dropping 150, like 40. I think. So that's
Okay.
why I feel like 120 is about average.
So,
100.
oh yeah. So look, your first week, 136. 136 beat you. 133 beat you. 115 beat you. Then you had two wins. And then 161 beat you. 160 beat you. 133. And then you won. And then 129, 150, and then 114. Yeah, dude, honestly, yeah. You've had a very
Tough. It was
unlucky,
tough.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. I always say like, yeah, but I could have won some of these.
Hey, but
But
I mean, it's not like you've been putting up points, though. I mean, you're
that's what I'm
scoring.
saying.
You're
That's
scoring
what I'm
one.
saying.
You're scoring
Injuries.
one. Yeah, you're scoring 87,
Injuries.
101, 93, 96, 109, 108, and
Like
you won.
I
You won
haven't
with
had running
108.
back since like week 4.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't had a running back since week 4. Bro, I played literally. What are we in week 12? I've gone 2 months without a running back. That's tough. That's kind of why I don't like the IR system. I feel like that takes away a little too much. Even though I feel like I would have benefited more from just being able to drop Bucky Irving or Trey Benson and just open up some spots for myself. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times like, hey, I gotta hold on to them. They're just too valuable.
Yeah. Well, anyways, pues let's end it
It is what
here.
it is. My
Excuse
whole
me.
year, my team has never played together, and this week, finally, I might have everybody. If Marvin Harrison Jr. gets cleared to play, Raul Cruz will be the first one gone.
Anyways, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy
We'll
Thanksgiving.
see you next week. Laters.
Adios. If